See how this shit works. All right, cool. What up? All right, we got people jumping on here. What up? What up? What up? Yo, night owl shit. Real night owl shit. Making a really quick announcement. I'm not gonna drag it out too long. Marcus, hey, you in here, buddy? I see you. I see you, fam. All right, Marcus. Marcus Mobley in the house. Look, everything is good, dude. Somebody named Tijuana Jackson 420. That's weird. So that's like a weed smoking Tijuana Jackson. We got Nat King in there. Look, man, let me tell y'all what's going on right now. So, we got James Barnett. Are you from Brazil, bro? I'm trying to update people on some stuff really quick because I know people get bored with these things when you just kind of ramble about nothing for too long. So, Anthony, what's up, Anthony? I got you. Well, Marcus, I'm glad you asked. I'm here to talk about the film Prison Logic. So let me introduce myself. My name is Romany Malco, and I'm an actor. And I was in movies that you've seen, maybe you haven't seen, but and some TV shows. And hey, Lysandra, what's up? And so what I'm doing right now is I'm currently adding the final touches to a movie that I did a crowdfunding campaign for, and it's a Tijuana Jackson movie. So it's this crazy character who's been giving advice online for the last, I don't know, decade. Well, now he's got a movie being made. Well, the movie is actually made, but there's this entire process, and I'm learning as I go. Some guys came by today to get the Tijuana Jackson vehicle, which is basically a rusty old fucking Volvo, and they took it around the corner to record sound from it. Some other guys went into these neighborhoods to film some pickup shots for the movie. I've got some other people doing sound design, like every time a person walks or sits down, you hear the chair they're sitting in, you hear their footsteps, you hear them when they grab their keys. So we're doing all of that right now, and I'm still finalizing the little touches. Now, the movie doesn't just come out. So people go, well, how can we see the movie? I love that. People say, TJ impacted my life. People say, well, how can we see the movie? Well, you can't just see the movie immediately, because what we have to do is we've submitted this movie to multiple film festivals, and hopefully a few of those festivals will say, we want your movie in our festival. And when they do that, they will then give us a certain time in which they will air this at a festival. We'll attend the festival, and if we're lucky, a distributor will see the film and want to buy the film and therefore distribute the film. And then you can start determining all different kinds of dates for when the movie would be released, because the distributor would give us those dates. But in the meantime and in between time, what I want to talk to y'all about is a site called TijuanaJackson.com or PrisonLogic.com. Can anyone type PrisonLogic.com so that everyone can see it for me, please? But anyway, PrisonLogic.com is the website for the movie. So it shows you this, the stars that are in the movie. It shows you the behind the scenes shit. It tells you updates. I think it's a pretty fly site, but I need you to take a look at it, and I need you to tell me how to improve it. And then the other thing that I need from y'all is I'm trying to think of a way to make it so that I can live stream from that site, because it's just a matter of time before I'm sitting in the coloring room coloring this film with the people who do that, or I'm doing the ADR, and I want to be able to live stream y'all and show y'all what's going on. It's just a matter of time before I'm at a damn festival, at a film festival, and I want to walk y'all through the film festival with me, because, I would say a decent percentage of the people watching this video right now help contribute to this project, and I promised that I was going to walk them through everything. So yes, PrisonLogic.com. If you go to it right now, Someone saying make a Twitch account. I tell you what, if look, let me tell you something. I've tried Twitch and I'm not dogging it. That's what I'm using right now. It's not the greatest app. I'll just say that it sticks a lot. I've watched it on, I've streamed and it sticks a lot. And it wasn't my favorite. It really wasn't my favorite live streaming option. If you have any other options, I'm open to them though. But but Twitch was the last one that I used, and for whatever reason, it didn't seem to work. And I want it to be something that I can live stream like I'm doing now. I'm doing this from my phone, Instagram Live. But I need to be able to embed it into my site, because in all honesty, dude, as you've seen with the YouTube adpocalypse, as you've seen everything going on with Facebook and Twitter, I saw that shit coming ages ago. And I kind of stopped messing with them because of that. And so what I would like is to be able to do things from my own hub, which would be to do it from TijuanaJackson.com or my own website. But yeah, anyway, people are quoting TJ. That shit is funny. Have I tried Zoom? I love Zoom. I didn't know you could embed and live stream Zoom. I use Zoom all the time. Can I actually embed Zoom into my website? I need to look into that, because I really do like that app. That's like Zoom is like my favorite conferencing app right now. So anyway, once again, if you're asking about the film, we're close to the finishing touches. I think this film will be complete. And it will be almost out of my hands when I say that. I'll be done editing officially probably in a day or two. And then there's other teams that are getting involved to make things happen. ADR, so actors have to come in and do their voiceovers and, all different kinds of shit. Have y'all read my shirt yet, though? Have y'all read the shirt yet? My hockey team gave it to me. Can y'all read it? Is it backwards? Does this help? Let me see if this helps. Can y'all read that shit? Can y'all see it? No, that didn't help, did it? I just showed y'all some crazy shit. Okay, let me see what I said. Let me see. Okay. Can y'all read this? Did that help? Can y'all see that? My hockey team gave it to me. Someone said, I didn't need the shirt to say that. Okay. Is TJ getting any booty in the movie? Man, it's got a funny ass love story in this movie. And guess who plays Tijuana Jackson's love interest? Guess. Somebody take a guess. Name an actress that has the chops to play Tijuana Jackson's love interest. Anybody got an idea? Tammy. No. Tammy plays TJ's. Tammy, Nia Long, Halle Berry, Monique, Nia Long, Drew Barrymore. Somebody nailed it. Nina Lynn nailed it. Regina Hall plays Brisha Webb. Brisha Webb, I tried to hire, but she was a little too young for the role. Regina Hall plays Tijuana Jackson's love interest. And when I tell you Regina is funny as shit. Good job, Nina. I owe you. I actually owe you. Let me see. What if I touched on your thing right now? Put block, add moderator. Damn, I can't send you a message. See, I need an app that I can incorporate into my website, a streaming thing that I can incorporate into my website, touch on Nia Long, give her a code and be like, go to the site and get a free tea just for nailing that. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Damn. So anyway, do y'all have any questions? Do y'all have any real questions? You know what I mean? Damn, Marcus, no offense, Marcus, but you were a little late. I just said it was Regina. You know that, right? We just concluded it was Regina Hall. You're the only dude still guessing. I mean, what's the next project? Great question, Mr. James Barnett. Well, I just finished a movie called Night School with Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Al Madrigal, Mary Lynn Rajkub, uh, um, yeah, is my auntie or my mom in the movie. My mom is not in the movie, but you damn right, she's funny as hell. Tijuana Jackson should go on a mushroom trip and find his inner self and go deep into his mind. Well, Tijuana Jackson spent so much time in jail, he found all his inner selves. Regina was the first chick that came to mind for Festa. That's cool. She needs a TJ shirt sent to her for that guest. Oh, I completely agree. I'm just trying to figure out how would I contact her. Trying to figure out how to contact Nina. But that's what I'm saying. If you guys would hook me up with a live streaming app that would allow me to really interact like that, I could have hit her off with a tea. Nina would have got a tea already. She'd be ordering a tea right now. Keep doing your thing, fellow Floridian. All right, that's what's up. TJ is actually quite profound. I agree. I think TJ is incredibly profound. TJ had a line today. What do you think of the forecast? What do you think? I would say that if we were to sell the film at a festival over the next 6 months, 6 to 7 months, if we're lucky, that movie could come out in the spring of 2019. Unless it were to be sold to something like Netflix, then it wouldn't need a theatrical. It would need a specific theatrical release, and then we could, which would be my dream, is to just. We've already gotten offers for a TV show for the Tijuana Jackson's TV series because of the movie. Have I ever been a director for anything? This was my first time directing, so I'm gonna need you to tell me what you think. What about my uncle? None of my personal family was in the movie, with the exception of my brother and my cousin. Yeah. Walking around looking like a fucking die. She need that girl cut, so she. You just quote TJ is upgrades in the movie. I don't know if you guys know, but Bungie Garland, the famous Calypsonian, is actually in the movie playing Upgrade. Shit is funny, dude. He's pretty dope in it too. The comment to save that live feed is done. That's great. Netflix, Hulu, yeah. Like if I were to get a Netflix release or something, that would be friggin' dope. Because I want, more than anything, I want everybody to see the damn movie. And I just want my investors to make their money back. And, that's the goal. TJ's mom is in it. TJ's sister's in it. TJ's probation officer / love interest is in it. TJ's nephew is in it. TJ's, hey, what am I saying? If you go to the site, all that shit is right there. Is it funny? This movie is undoubtedly funny, but let me explain though. It ain't funny like, oh, this is some safe laughter. It's that uncomfortable laughter. It's that shit that makes you like afraid that somebody's seeing you laughter. You know what I'm saying? That shit is offensive. I'm just scrolling through my mind right now, just trying to think of some of the moments in this movie where it's like, we need some TJ quotes on TJ shirts. Go to the website. That shit's over there too. I'm not asking y'all for no money or nothing. I'm asking y'all to check out the website, become a part of the production team. So I actually have people to reach out to and say, this is what we're doing. Yo, we're walking through a film festival right now. Yes, Kenyon put it best. It's real life funny shit. Have I received role offers? And yeah, definitely. I mean, you want to hear what's really funny? Is that, the minute I started filming this movie, I started getting offers. Like people were interested in distributing and wanted over. But it was like, you know what? It was like now everything's on the table. We're filming the movie now. You know what I'm saying? And we needed your help before that. We don't need it. You know what I'm saying? We got the money now. We cool. So this movie has definitely taught me that, people talk to you differently. Executive producers, they treat you differently when they know that you've actually gone out and made a film. I would say that even though I've been doing this industry for 18 years as an actor, like 18 years, like this nigga is about to collect. I'll be qualifying to collect a pension, but you know what I'm saying? That's how long I've been doing this business, and I feel like making this movie, I finally earned my black belt in the dojo. People talk to me different. The offers that they make to me are different. They don't just ask me if I want to ask me for in regards to acting roles, but I get writing offers. I get, you know, I get people being like, "Would I be interested in directing a music video?" Which is you know, diversifying my career in the way that I wanted it to. And then, yeah, you want to hear what's the last thing? So the executive producer of Night School saw the movie and was like, would you be willing to play a milder version of TJ in Night School? When I tell you that shit is funny. When I tell you I had Tiffany Haddish like looking at me like, is he serious? It's like that. When I tell you I had Kevin having to walk out of the room, it was so funny. It was that funny. Playing a milder version of TJ for a studio film for Universal called Night School. Check it out. Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, Al Madrigal, Rob Riggle, Marilyn Rajkub. We got a cast. Anyway, moving on. So will there be more Loud Advice episodes? I don't know if I'll be doing any more Loud Advice episodes, but I'll definitely be doing more videos like that. Here's the thing. I just don't want to host them on YouTube because I can't monetize videos on YouTube because of his language. And it's one of the reasons that I kind of stopped making videos was because a few years ago, my buddy Drew and I got on the phone with one of the executives over at YouTube who's overseeing the content, and we could tell that this ad apocalypse was coming. We could tell that the censoring and, you know, the monitoring of people's language was coming. So my goal really is to create videos and upload them, but upload them in a way that I can actually monetize them. And unfortunately, YouTube is not really that platform. Yeah, the bloopers for the movie, absolutely, Marcus. The bloopers for the movie are friggin' hilarious and dead ass wrong. Let's see what other questions we got on here. Yep, Kenyan, I've been doing this for 18 years. Most people don't know this, but like usually actors do this shit for 15 years before they actually build a career. I know we're in this generation where it seems like everything's an overnight success, but even your internet stars like Day Storm and shit, they've been doing this for a decade, fam. They've been at this for a long time. Now, no actor in a right mind is gonna tell you that shit because they don't want you to know that they older than dust. They don't want you to know that, you know, that they might have got, you know, they might have used a pager at some point in their life. They don't want you to know that shit, you know? Lysandra, thank you very much. She says, I believed and totally earned this. I do feel that way. Thank you. Is your big toe going to get caught in a bike wheel and break the fuck off in the movie? Nope, it's not. But dude, you watch. Y'all going to be like, this dude really made this. You found out through word of mouth. Is that right, Lysandra? Thank you very much, yo. That's flattering. Who told you? They putting respect on my name. I support it because of the comment. The comment was super good. Thank you. Oh, the content was super good. Thank you. Getting good words here. I can't freaking wait. It's going to be dope. It is going to be dope. And can I tell you a little bit of my strategy really quick? My strategy is basically this. With everything happening with the YouTube adpocalypse and everything happening in media where basically anything that you post to social media that doesn't go along with the mainstream narrative pretty much gets censored. I lost my Instagram, verification check randomly. I lost it randomly. I got locked out of my Twitter account, and then after that, instantly lost half my followers, and they will never let me go past 135,000 followers anymore. I don't really even use it. Facebook, they just, whatever I say, they just take it down randomly. They just take it down when they feel like it. So what happened with this movie is I actually hired real people that I believe that I could coach into doing some acting. I hired a few celebrities because I want to be able to sell my movie, but I also just hired random people that I met on Instagram, met on YouTube, met, on the street. And we made a real people movie. And so I didn't want corporate dollars. I didn't want studio dollars. I tried that and they wasn't down to put up money. So I went and raised the money. And when I raised the money, it meant that I could say whatever I wanted. And so I know a lot of y'all probably know what a peekaboo is now because TJ talked about it. Well, the peekaboo is in the movie now. You know what I mean? And in case you don't know what a peekaboo is, I'm going to tell you like TJ tell you. Let me just get the teeth and see if I can tell you what a peekaboo is. A peekaboo is basically in prison. When a peekaboo is in prison, when you really want to humiliate a motherfucker, you push your dick between your legs and make him blow you from the back. This way, when you come, you can shit in his face. I tell you what, that shit really is humiliating. You know what I'm saying? It'll fuck up your mustache. You know what I'm saying? You definitely got to shave it because you can't get that smell out. Real nigga shit. So I'm sure y'all have heard of the peekaboo, but that type of shit is in the movie. And if I left it up to YouTube or if I left it up to a studio, they're not going to let me say shit like that in a movie. And the shit that goes down in this movie is ridiculous. Marcus, thank you very much for the compliment. Appreciate that. Kenyon, first thing you saw me in was Weeds. Appreciate that. It's Professor Alpha Mega. Yo, you know what's funny about Professor Alpha Mega? It's actually Professor Outfit Maker. That's what I was calling him, but that shit is funny. Alpha Mega. YouTube is the Disney Channel. Exactly. I'm trying to get around all, corporate dollars because they censor the fuck out of you. You wouldn't be surprised if Disney had stock in YouTube. Yeah, I hear you. The program director of Detroit Behavioral Institute, Michael Prophet, he laughs deep to this. Thank you. The program director of Detroit Behavioral Institute. Wow, thank you. Did you guys improv a lot of the movie? We didn't improv a whole lot, but there was some. The way that I write feels like improv anyway. I wrote the movie, and so it's like, it feels like improv, and it's like, I had a lot of time to come up with some really clever shit. And I'm like, if you could come up with more clever shit, I wanted it. So once in a blue moon, somebody would improv. But you know what we did do is we would yell out a lot of jokes and ideas on the set for people to try. And that really made it happen. Lysandra says, I feel like a real fan because I knew you before others. I appreciate that. Tiny Rick is like, I'm dead. Nat King is like, I'm weak. Oh, this movie ain't for the faint of heart. No, this movie is not for the faint of heart. That was the whole point. I missed that wild dude. Listen, that wild dude is coming, man. The shit that this motherfucker says, yo, is crazy as fuck. Can y'all please just stroll over to prisonlogic.com and take a look at the damn website. If you see any errors or anything, just post it in the comments. Tell me, you know what I mean? And I would appreciate it. I would really, really appreciate it. And people are like, whoa, can I get music in your movie? Well, there was a perk for that. We had a perk. People bought the perk so that they could contribute music. Their music is in the movie. We got a guy scoring the film right now. Man, it's a job and a half, but I'm fucking grateful for it. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's it. Does anybody want a peekaboo? Anybody looking for a peekaboo? Peekaboo, anyone? Darnell Sanders says, I just started watching TJ Loud Advice and your other videos. You are mad talented, fam. I'm putting my friends on their videos. I really appreciate that. I'm not sure what you mean by Nat King, by it yours. I don't know what that means. Put the link to the website below, please. Somebody tell me how to put the link to the website below. How do I do that? Show, chart, chat viewing options, show. I don't know I don't know. Honestly, guys, I don't know how to type shit. Oh, maybe if I turn this way, the orientation is locked. I don't know how to type. Okay, can you just type it in? Type it in where? I hit the screen. I don't get nothing to. It don't give me nothing to type with. I don't got no comment box. You see what I'm saying? This the shit I'm talking about. I need something that I can embed into my website and live stream like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, TJ's gonna rap it all. He's gonna rap in the movie, yo. There's some dope little moments where TJ's rapping and shit that are pretty fly. You know? And you see it on your PC. Sweet. People are looking at the site. TijuanaJackson.com or PrisonLogic.com takes you to the same place. You know, look, because I'm trying to get away from, oh, wait. I just saw, no. Damn, how the fuck do I do this shit? How do you comment on this shit? Comment. Got to be a way to comment on this mama. You know what I'm saying? You ever talk to people, they just be pointing in your face like this, and their finger be so close to look big, look like they got their dick in your face? You know what I'm saying? That shit. So the movie I just completed is called I did it and it removed the link. You see what I'm saying? The link got removed. I need some real shit. Yeah, this movie's legit my baby though. This is definitely the movie of a lifetime. I gotta be real. I used to always complain we'd make a movie and then it would take a year for the movie to come out and I'd be like, what the fuck? But now that I'm doing the movie, I finished filming in August and I got the movie just about ready for festivals. It'll be ready in 6 weeks. I think that's kind of unheard of, but in the independent film world, you're setting new rules all day, every day. You got to mod someone. I believe they can post links. Well, how do I mod someone? Remove, put user in timeout, add a moderator. Okay, I found that. Oh shit, I lost y'all. Where y'all at? Get me out of here. I'm gonna add a moderator now. Who should I make my moderator? What up, Seth? You just jumping on? Dude, you missed it. We was breaking down the peekaboo and everything, fam. It was funny as shit. But anyway, like I was saying, I think I've made this movie in record time. There's no way that you finish principal photography in August, September, October. It's November, and by December 18th, 15th, this movie will be complete. That's what independent filmmaking is all about. Why are people asking for sequels when the first one ain't out yet? Well, I'll tell you what, the one executive producer of a pretty legitimate company, actually I just made a movie for, was like, yo, you should write a sequel to this movie because there's definitely going to be a sequel, which was flattering. And, you know, like I said, it's an independent film. It doesn't have the big car explosions or the dude on the bicycle jumping over the building. It doesn't have that. You know what I mean? This is just real life. It's kind of fucking sad and funny all at the same time. It's not sensationalized, but that shit, it stays funny, yo. Wait till you see TJ's. Let me shut up. All right. So what's my favorite movies? My favorite movies, good question. One of my favorite movies is a movie called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, starring Jack Nicholson. Another one of my favorite movies is City of God, which is about the favelas, living in the favelas in Brazil. That's definitely one of my favorite movies. Another one of my favorite movies is, damn, I've got some pretty specific favorite movies and I can't recall them right now. But those are two. Hopefully that helps. My man said, you rock with City of Men. No, I didn't see City of Men. What am I currently reading? I'm currently reading a book called The 100-Year Marathon. And it's a book about China's 100-year strategy to become the next superpower, and that they're about 13 years ahead of schedule. And it was freaking hilarious because when Steve Bannon left Donald Trump's camp, the first thing he did was he called a liberal reporter to talk about exactly what this book is talking about, which was kind of bizarre. Old Boy, one of my favorite movies. Old Boy, love that damn movie. The original one, the original Old Boy. Thank you for helping me out right there, Doug. That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, exactly. It talks about the One Belt, One Road initiative. It talks about a lot of things, but the thing that I really took away from it was surprising was to be reading a book about a communist country, and I was shocked to see how similar their playbook was to ours. Their government's playbook was to ours. I was like, sometimes I didn't know if they were talking about, because they flip back and forth from different countries in their relation to China, and sometimes I didn't know if they were talking about the U.S. or China because the government's playbooks were so similar, you know. My man said, do you still masturbate to your uncle's girlfriend using ketchup for lube? Yo, listen, look at how this shit has stuck in the minds of people, man. That is amazing. It's amazing. All people are doing. So anyway, that's the book that I'm reading at the moment, and the thing that also stood out is like it really kind of breaks down a lot of the steps and efforts made by the government that goes into social engineering to create a compliant society. And like I said, it's so similar to us. Everything from the textbook to the museums to the music you hear on the radio to the programs you see to the news you hear. It's fascinating. It's exactly I think if we were to really go over your mainstream media and break down what percentage of what's being reported over Syria and over government was real, I'm telling you right now, 95% of it could easily be ruled as heavily inaccurate or straight propaganda. And I hate getting into this because I get really long-winded. And you're welcome, by the way. Someone's saying thank you. You're welcome, Nat. And the indoctrination begins so early in your life that it's very unlikely that you will actually see outside of the paradigm you've been conditioned to see through before you pass. It's very unlikely. So would I try out for the role of James Bond? Well, you know what? I would try out for a lot of things. You know what I mean? If it suited me. It depends on what the script was. But in regards to what we're talking about, as far as the book that I was reading and what I see today, you really have to put forth, okay, I bought this up already, and I'm going to say it to y'all. What we think we know, for instance, about Saudi Arabia. So like we know that we spent our money, we blew our wad basically and economically drained ourselves after the Vietnam War, and we had no way of really supporting our economy. So Henry Kissinger went to Saudi Arabia and he cut a deal with them, and he basically was like, look, I tell you what, if you make an agreement with us, because Saudi Arabia is constantly getting attacked and challenged, and these extremists come in there and, you know, people want to come in and overtake their oil refineries. This is back in the 70s. He was like, late 60s, early 70s. He's like, look, if you agree to sell our oil, right? Exactly, petrodollars. If you agree to sell our oil only for the American dollar, I don't give a fuck if you China, I don't care who you are. You want to buy oil from Saudi Arabia, you got to get American money from the foreign exchange and then come buy that shit. We'll give you all the protection you need. We'll arm you. We'll even give you our military presence and everything. So Saudi Arabia agreed. And for the most part, that's pretty much what's helped keep the American dollar. It's called the petrodollar, and that's what kept it afloat. But what people don't understand today is in 2015, the United States Supreme Court ruled that Saudi Arabia were accomplices in the 9/11 attacks. 9/11 attacks. Saudi Arabia ruled accomplices by the Supreme Court, which gave victims and relatives of victims permission or the right to sue Saudi Arabia on behalf of the debacle. So Saudi Arabia is like, they take offense to that shit, of course. Why is Saudi Arabia building an oil refinery with China and agreeing to sell oil for the yuan just like they sell oil for the petrodollar? I thought we had that agreement, but that's not where it stops. Remember, the government said that the Supreme Court ruled that Saudi Arabia were accomplices. The United States Supreme Court ruled that Saudi Arabia are accomplices in the 9/11 attacks. Why did we just make the largest military weapons deal with Saudi Arabia in the amount of $350 million? So let me get this right. Okay, we rule you guilty of being accomplices in one of the most heinous terrorist attacks on American soil. How many weapons you need exactly? Where y'all want me to park these fucking tanks? Y'all want me to put how y'all want to get the tanks? Y'all need any missiles? You don't hear that shit on the news. You don't hear that shit in the news. And see, I agree with Adrian. Business is business. And that's what people fail to realize is that all this division that's occurring between the left and the right, the Republicans and Democrats. First of all, if it were a real election, you wouldn't have two choices. Second of all, politics, policy. We don't cover policies. All we do is we just side with the party, and then they just give you the broad strokes. The reality of it is that the only, like, one of the major differences is, like, in China, the government owns the majority of businesses, and here the businesses own the government, right? So, look, I ain't here to damn no country or nothing like that. I'm just trying to make a point that the information, the paradigm, the way in which we interpret success, social status, monetary gain, acquisition of things, that's what we were taught as success. You got to get the house and you got to get your degree and all that. All that shit is synonymous with one fucking thing. And it ain't success. It's synonymous with debt. Yes, right. You got to buy to fly this, to fly that. You got to get another degree, right? You got to get the other degree, right? Social status, because you got to look good. Hey, that's real nigga shit. That's what you were taught as success. And most of us are going to die believing that fucking hype. Most of us. One of my favorite TJ quotes, I'm going to give it to you right now. Broke people go to... Broke niggas is the only niggas I know that go to extreme lengths to look dope in front of other broke niggas. Somebody explain that shit. How the fuck broke niggas is the only niggas I know that go to extreme length to look good in front of other broke niggas. Stupid motherfuckers. So this whole paradigm of success means absolutely nothing without purpose. But they don't teach you that, because if they teach you that, then you're no longer compliant. You're no longer paying into the economic enslavement that benefits the oligarch. And it all sounds like a conspiracy theory, but it's not. It's just really just basic shit. It's one of the reasons that I've been living in Puerto Rico for the last 3 years, and if anything, we're just planning to move deeper into the Caribbean, is because I don't really buy into that. I don't really feel as though, you know, the United States, remember, these are people, the so-called founders or hijackers or whatever you want to call it of the United States, you know, were shipped over here from Great Britain. And these are, you know, these people are of a, like, Protestant religious practice. And then the Protestant religious practice, the harder you work, the more of a chance you have to get to heaven. So that's the mentality and the work ethic here, is that you basically work yourself to death with hopes of going to heaven. That's the culture in the United States. You can call me lazy if you want to, but I'm going to live my life. I ain't had these motherfuckers aging me prematurely and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so when you incorporate the reason, so I'm going to make it, I tell you what, I'm going to tell you something. I've lost, I don't know if you can tell, but my head looks like it gained 30 pounds. No, it's because I've actually lost about 15 pounds. And what that means is that I've been working so hard on this movie since I started the crowdfunding campaign in September of 2016 that it almost seemed impossible, humanly impossible for me. By the way, I'll check out that video. I'll go through the comments and check out that video. It all, you know, by the way, and that's the thing, the concept of the American dream. Exactly. The concept of the American dream, Seth, is basically economic enslavement. That's exactly what it is. But the amount of energy and time and the lack of sleep, I'm talking sleeping 2 hours a night consistently for months and all this, I don't know how I sustained, but I do know how I sustained. There was an extra energetic boost that came from the fact that I was serving my purpose. There's a message that I truthfully believe will help influence a lot of young people and a lot of people just like you. And the message is about purpose, and the message is about personal fulfillment and redefining success in the way you know it. And that knowing that message was going to get out is what energized me through this whole thing. I don't care how good the food was. I don't care how much nutrition I got. There's no way I could run on fumes like that and be able to get this shit done. So yeah, that message comes from Tijuana Jackson, and it's funny too because you don't even know it's coming. It's just like the video, just dropping knowledge the whole way, and you're laughing so hard you don't even realize that you're sucking up game the whole time. George, I appreciate you doing that. And George, if you get a chance, check out TijuanaJackson.com or PrisonLogic.com. I break down the whole movie, tell you about the characters involved and all that stuff, just so you get some insight as to what we're doing. I'm gonna upload a lookbook pretty soon so that you can look at all the pictures, because there's a gang of dope photos that people should really be checking out. Yes, I am fucking ripped, Marcus. I'm ripped as shit, but crackhead ripped. I'm ripped like. Like when you watch them, you ever see them niggas in the van porn where they just pick up a fucking crackhead? I'm ripped like that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a good ripped. It's like crackhead ripped. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so the thing that a big part of my purpose is to influence people to get a better grasp of life and to understand how insulated your American existence actually is, and how important it is to get a grasp of life beyond what we think we know. And Kenya's like, the porn van though. But here, let me just throw another little thing at you. TJ says, here's another TJ line that I like. And it's not vulgar or anything, but it's real. People don't ask questions to learn. They ask questions to make a point. That's the problem. That's the problem. And it's true. No one asks questions to learn. Everyone's asking a question is to basically tee up the point that they're trying to make. And the goal here, at least with me, is to really get people to just look at life differently and look at their pursuits differently and see the importance of family, see the importance of personal fulfillment. And I mean, there's a great interview on Vice News if you want to check it out of one of China's biggest billionaires is basically considered a fugitive. He sought asylum right here in the United States of America, and he's doing this interview and he talks about it. I've got one of the biggest places. I have the biggest house in China. I've got the biggest this in London. I've got the biggest this in Belgium. He didn't say Belgium. Oh, yes, he did. And anyway, I've got 2 jets. I've got this. I've got that. I've got this. I've got that. But will I be happy continuing to live this way? He was like, hell no. He goes, my job, my purpose is to expose the corruption in China. That will make me happy. To bring about change in China. So what I'm saying is we need purpose, y'all. If not, you're an assembly line citizen. And whether you know it or not, you're sitting on a fucking conveyor belt. Real talk. And so I know that 99% of the people that hear this ain't going to do shit about it. But that 1%, I know you out there. I know you listening. Take that $600 you was going to spend on that Gucci belt and fly your ass somewhere outside of this country, just for a few days, just for a weekend. Get an all-inclusive package for $1,000. This flight's for $200. But meet people and engage with people of all cultures and it will really open your mind. I never went to college. The best education I've ever had in my life came from travel. And people go, well, look at all your friends. They're doing all these movies. Doing this. Yeah, yo, dude, I get offers. I get a lot of offers. I just don't do every job. Because, like I said, man, I want to live my life. I want to be happy. I want to fulfill a purpose. You know what I mean? I get off to making people happy. So, that's where TJ came from. That's what TJ was about. I wanted to reach out to people that have been overlooked, that don't really understand the importance of introspection, that don't understand the importance of purpose, and get those people to understand purpose. And that's what I've been doing every fucking video. If you go through it, all TJ talks about is purpose. And when you watch this movie, all he's going to talk about is purpose. And all I'm trying to do is hope that maybe 1% of the people who ever see this movie, it clicks and they actually act on it and they go, damn, it's true. I'm going to spend the rest of my life paying off a student loan that I accepted when I was 17, 18 years old. How is that fair? How is that fair? Damn, and I'm probably not even going to get a job for the degree that I got. How is that fair? And then they telling you to get a car and get you a house, and so now you're stuck with a mortgage. Let me tell you something. You get yourself a motherfucking multi-unit home before anything else. You will have changed your future right there. I don't know how no one ever says that. You live in one, someone else pays the mortgage, and they pay your mortgage off. The renter in the next one pays your mortgage off for you. And as long as you buy under 4, like it's a 4-unit and below, you can still count it as a residential. Nigga, how does that not make sense? Why wouldn't that be your first purchase? It's even better than living in a dorm. They don't want you to know that. And this is basic common sense. But the paradigm that we've been working through, we don't see it that way. We don't, from the minute we're in the womb, we're told, get the girl, get the wife, get the house, the 2.5 kids, you know what I mean? You get the college degree, that's status. Some women won't suck a dude's, some women won't accept a dude's popsicle if he doesn't have a college degree, is what I was gonna say. That's what exactly what I was gonna say. They don't like sucking popsicles because their teeth get cold. But yeah, so anyway, but I will tell you, copping a multi-unit, Kenyon, is the first step in any property that you get. And what's beautiful is there's an education that comes with it, because you got to maintain it. You got to learn. People saying, go ahead and say it. How to run it, how to deal with tenants and all of that. That's a better fucking education all day, every day. Okay, and like I said, if you actually experience, I'm not saying no to education, but I'm firm on learning a trade, even if that trade is real estate. Learn a damn trade and let that trade pay for your education. And the truth is, they're asking you to pick a major when you're 17, 18 years old. 17, 18 years old? Well, how the fuck do you know how you want to serve the world and fulfill your purpose at 17, 18 years old? If you don't see the world, how do you know how you're going to save the world? And I'm not talking about see the world like this through your screen. I'm talking about actually experiencing human beings, because your screen is made to tell stories in the most sensationalized way. Otherwise, you'll tune out. That's what screens are for, to captivate things within this thing. If this screen showed you everything, you might not be as interested. So they make sure to stuff this frame right here with all the things that they think will keep you captivated. And unfortunately, a lot of those things aren't the truth. And I'm one of the niggas in the business. But it's the truth, what I'm telling you. So one dude's like, why the fuck am I just realizing this is you? Imagine a girl really feeling you until she finds out you don't have a damn degree. That happens. That's indoctrination. But trust me, you are saved. You don't want to be with that person. I dated a girl, she was so goddamn fine. Shit. I just used to want to sleep with my face in her ass crack. I just want to sleep like this. She was so fucking fine. I could be pissed off at her about anything. The minute she knew what she was doing. She'd greet me in the door with the fucking yoga pants and a little halter top and a fucking afro pulled back. and I just act like nothing happened. She knew what the fuck she was doing. And unfortunately, we couldn't be together because the indoctrination was so deep in her that everything, what other people thought was more important, because that's how she was raised. Well, if they ask if you went to college, just say you did. And if they say where, say you went here. Or say you studied abroad. Well, you know, if my dad asks, you know, just tell him. I'm like, hold up, I make more money than you and your dad combined. What the fuck are you talking about? If it's about money, well, you know, don't tell him. Anyway, I don't have that debt. That's all I'm saying. In fact, I don't have a lot of overhead. I try to keep my shit low. Try to keep it very low, because I like to be able to get up and go when I feel like getting up and going. It's one of the reasons I moved to Puerto Rico also, is because it's just a lot cheaper to live in Puerto Rico. But anyway, I'm just trying to open y'all's mind to this one little simple thing, is that whatever you choose in your life, you got to find purpose. I mean, think about it. How many motherfuckers do we know that are rich and famous? They got all the money in the world, and you see, and they're just, they're quote unquote successful by the standards of the American dream, and they can't keep their dicks out of little boys. How many motherfuckers we know like that? They all in the news now. And so I'm just saying, something's missing. It's not just about making money. And don't get me wrong, you want to avoid finance. And here, look, there's a couple of things really quick. Make this really clear. Someone just asked me if the Black Angus whorehouse is still open in San Juan. I gotta be real. I've never been to. I've only been to one whorehouse, and that was 30 years ago. I think I turned 20, and my boys took me to. Oh no, I know what it was. My boy was getting married, and he wanted to go to a whorehouse. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. But yo, someone says Hollyweird is burning. Let me tell you something. If it's coming out in Hollywood, it's happening just as much everywhere else. Trust me, you ain't got to come to Hollywood to get somebody's finger stuck in your ass. Trust that. You can just step outside your door. Matter of fact, look around you, because 1 out of 4 motherfuckers around you have been molested. That's a fact. The truth is, that's a reported fact. I don't know what the unreported fact is. So anyway, my point being, you don't really know happiness until you have a sense of purpose. And for some reason, there's like a smile in your head at all times when you know you're fulfilling or working towards fulfilling a purpose. Yes, I have met Rosario Dawson once, and then after I met her, some people were like, "Oh man, you and Rosario got to hook up. Y'all are so similar. Y'all are so proactive," and you know. And they say we're political. I'm not political. I don't find myself I'm very political. But anyway, success as we know it, as we're taught, is bullshit. Social status, monetary gain, acquisition of things, all of that, synonymous with debt. All that shit turns you into an economic. Basically, it's the fastest way to economic enslavement. And you know, there's a million books out there, but I wanted to recommend a book, and I completely lost my train of thought. I was going to tell you like something that I read, but there's all kinds of shit out there. Yeah, exactly. I mean, before Hollywood, it was the Catholic Church. Thank you very much, Seth. You know, it's like, but we got these short-term memories. We're so conditioned by what we see. And what blows my mind about this is how many motherfuckers complain about the news lying, and then they tune into the news for their information. I don't even know how that came out of my mouth, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And there's plenty of people that are actually on the ground in Syria, on the ground in Saudi Arabia, on the ground all across the world, in Kuwait, in North Korea, with a little Patreon that you can contribute to and get real news because they're talking to the people right there in front of you. So, anyway, this has gone on for like an hour now. So I guess it's time to tune out. I really just came on here because I wanted y'all to check out prisonlogic.com, which I can't figure out how to type into the friggin' thing. But, check out prisonlogic.com and let me know what you think. Tell me if you see any typos, any errors, things that I can change, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Okay? So that's all I got. That's all I got. Prisonlogic.com. In my dream, and if any of you can come up with an idea for it, post it in the comments. I don't want to go through YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. I want to just post it to my fucking site and deal with people there so that I don't have to deal with the censorship. You know what I mean? If they try to censor me, I'll just host my shit overseas somewhere where they can't. But somebody, if you've got any ideas, and Soundtrack, James wasn't on here when I was talking about it, but basically there was a perk that allowed people to pay to have their music in the movie. And that's pretty much how the soundtrack came, Yeah. So, random like shit. I love it. Yeah. So anyway, that was it. I was talking about purpose and I wanted to say something else and I lost my train of thought. So now I'm like canceled. How would we hit you up if we see something? Well, there's a couple of ways. Social media for now. You can come to my website and just post some shit. Just say some shit. I got a live video chat. A live, just click and chat thing. You can hit me up there. There'll be a Blu-ray release of the movie down the road. I'm not from Florida. The character is from Florida. The character's from Hollywood, Florida. I'm personally born in New York, raised in New York, Trinidad and Tobago, in Texas. I went to school in all three places. So Seth says, I really want to nail the people who beat you. Who beat me. Beat you at what? Beat you in Words with Friends? Was it Madden or something? Or GTA? Purpose is the compass. Purpose is the compass, exactly. I think I was talking, someone says, I think you were touching on direction. Someone broke your body. Seth, you kind of talking in code, but I want you to know your comments are appreciated, though. You know what I'm saying? I never lived in the Bay Area of Cali. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, my point is just basically that we have to understand that purpose is actually supposed to be the priority. And it's not about buying a single family home first. It's about buying a multi-unit home first. And one thing I can tell you, if you buy that property at a young age, it might go down in value, but it will go back up in value. And it will go down in value, and it will go back up in value. And it will go up in value, and it will go up in value. I can guarantee you that. Over time, one of the most successful investors in the world, Warren Buffett, says that. I used to play a lot in the stock market and all this other shit. And nothing has ever been more beneficial to me than the purchasing of property. I bought a house in Brazil. Brazil's economy it boomed. They discovered oil. The economy boomed for a second before the corruption set in around it. And I was able to sell my property for almost double the cost to a religious organization. And that was like an incredibly easy investment. I bought a property in California that doubled in fucking property, doubled in value. I was like, it never fails. I have properties that I'm able to refinance, take a line of credit on. You know, back in the day when I wasn't working that much, dude, property saved me. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm just basically telling y'all, man, if you're gonna learn something, learn that shit. Get in there and do that shit. All right. Anyway, look, I love y'all. And y'all have a blessed one, man. Thank you. Please check out TijuanaJackson.com. TijuanaJackson.com, or check out PrisonLogic.com. Check out either one. But I'm going to sign out because it's officially 61 minutes of me just talking like this, okay? Boom. Have a blessed night, and thank y'all for even being here this long. I really appreciate it. Go to PrisonLogic.com and just look at the site. And if you come up with any ways for for me to be able to live stream from my website and interact with people just from my website instead of having to go through all these things, that's great. If you want to get involved with my campaign or just get notifications, get to see the live streams when I'm walking through the film festivals, or just get free t-shirts and get invited to little meet and greets and shit like that, all you got to do is go to fucking TijuanaJackson.com and just, get on the, join the fucking production team. It ain't hard. You just go to the website. It's going to tell you, join the production team. And, anyway, thank y'all. And I'm not sure what Seth was talking about, but Seth, I hope that you feel better. I'll say that, man. Take care of yourself, all right? Y'all have a blessed evening. And please check out the website. Peace.